G'day everyone, welcome back. Today we are looking at comparing two of Lowrance's most popular lines of units that are on the market right now. First of all, we're looking at the flagship model, the HDS Live units, and we're going to verse them up and put them up against the Elite FS systems that are now on the market and have been on the market for around about 10 months now. In this video, we're going to compare price, we're going to compare the image that the units both present to the angler, and I'm going to talk about some of the features that are on some of the units and are not on others, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with this. I'm going to make this a quick one with all the info you need, so let's get into it. So both on the boat and the kayak, I have run both the HDS Live and the Elite FS series of sounders now. The Elite FSs have been only on the market for around about 10 months, and I've been fortunate enough to play with both a FS9 and an FS7, both on the kayak and the boat. I actually just ripped out the Elite FS9 from this console and have replaced it with a HDS9 Live, and I'll talk about exactly why I did that. To start though, the easiest thing to talk about is the equipment that both of these units use. Now, if you're new to both these Lowrance units, the units actually use the same transducer to collect the data and see underwater. It's the active imaging 3-in-1 transducer, and the only main difference between them is the actual brain, if you like, or the head unit. Broadly speaking, the HDS Live series have a more powerful brain to interpret the data than the Elite FS ones do. And that leads to a couple of advantages that the HDS Live series has over the Elite FS. The first is that the processor is a little bit faster and the unit itself is a little bit more powerful and quicker. The second is that the image that you get out of a HDS Live is better and more crisp than the Elite FS. If I put this image up here, you'll be able to see that the Elite FS is just a little bit more blocky and arcadey, if you like. The HDS Live's image is a little bit more natural and a bit more real time and maybe real life, if you like. And I think that dexterity is important because if you consider the Elite FS, I reckon that image is around about an 85% solution when you compare it against the HDS Live image. So if you're the type of angler that wants the best image presented to you, well, the HDS Live is going to do that. That being said though, don't immediately discount the Elite FS unit, because when you consider the price, it becomes a really affordable and tangible option for most anglers. When I compare two sizes, that is the 9-inch screen, the HDS Live is around about $3,500, whilst the Elite FS system is around about that 1,600 Australian dollar mark. It's almost 50% of the price and delivers an image that is 85% of the other one. So in terms of value for money, it's really there. The other thing that swayed my decision was the way that I use the units. So in this boat at the moment, I've got a 1-point navigation system linked in with the Lowrance Ghost that's got 2 transducers on it, the 3-in-1 that's on the bottom and the active target. In the hull of this boat, I've also got a in-hull transducer, and at the back of it, I've got another 3-in-1 transducer that I look at when the Ghost is up and out of the water in the stowed position. So with the Lowrance trolling motor, the 4 transducers, the 2 different units, the 0.1 navigation system, and the engine linking in with the unit, I need a solid brain to be able to manage all of that. And that's really where the HDS Live excels. I think Navico and Lowrance have really thought about which units are applicable to what type of customer, because when I look at the back of the Elite FS unit, I can see that there is only 1 transducer input. They're both NMEA and Ethernet capable, but in the Elite FS, you can only add 1 transducer to the unit. Now, that really means that it's perfect for the kayaker, the person that isn't networking a great amount in their vessel or kayak. And by keeping things simple, the Elite FS really excels in that domain. Now, whilst I said that the HDS Live does have a bigger brain, don't be fooled. The Elite FS can handle a networked system and is quite good at doing that, acting as the brain. It's just not as strong as the HDS Live might be. So if you're thinking about a system that's got 1 or 2 different networks into it, then the Elite FS is probably the system for you. If I put the units side by side, you'll notice that the face of both of the units is actually quite nice. Both are sleek and the touchscreen differences on both are negligible. They both work just as well as each other, and they've got some really nice buttons on the right-hand side of both the units. And my interactions with both these units have been quite positive, and both units are really quite enjoyable to use. Both units are functional with the active target system, the latest stuff out from Lowrance, that is the moving map or moving radar, if you like. And if you install that, you'll be able to see the fish underwater, chase your lure, and move around in real time. The one feature though that the Elite FS unit has that the HDS Live does not is an overlay on the charting that allows you to overlay the CMAP Genesis that is inbuilt into the unit already. Now, I don't think it's the perfect version, and I'd really like to see it rolled out in some sort of software update on the Alive units, but I do think it's a bit of a beta at the moment. That CMAP Genesis overlay that you can select on the Elite FS doesn't have every waterway on it. Every now and again here in Australia, I will find a map or a charting area that hasn't been charted that is typically available on CMAP, and I'll just have to go online there and get that. That's by exception though with the Elite FS system. With the HDS Live, I've got to do that every time. Go online, download the charting, and then put it on an SD card to then enter it onto my unit. The last major point I'll cover is the screen sizes. Now, if you're like me and you have a bow mount or you want an active target, you want the biggest screen that you've got, well, the HDS Live 12 and 16 are going to be your options. Why? Because unfortunately, the Elite FS unit doesn't come in anything greater than a 9-inch screen. I think Lowrance are pretty smart there, and they've kind of quarantined the HDS Live units there because the FS units are really, really good, and there needs to be some sort of separation between the Elite series and the HDS series. So if you want a larger screen over 9 inches, you're going to be forced into the HDS Live range. As a kayaker though that has run that HDS Live on the kayak for around about 18 months, I will say that the 12 inches is too large for the kayak. It gets in the way. It is a large screen that kind of sits on the side of the kayak there and can get in the way of you fighting the fish. The reason I got the 9-inch units was not only so that it could fit really nicely in the console here, but it could also double as being my kayak unit. I can just rip this thing out, put it on a mount, and then take it out onto the kayak. Personally, in my opinion, that 9-inch size of a unit is as large as you want to go in a kayak. So which is better? Yes, it's my opinion that the HDS Live unit is a better unit than the Elite FS, and naturally you'd expect that you pay more for it. I will say, however, that for bang for your buck, the Elite FS is more affordable and offers a really good image. Whichever way you go, you're going to be really happy with either of these units. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Until next time, stay safe. I'll see you around.